Hey guys, welcome to our show. This is going to be show number 78. And you know what? It's taken 77 shows prior to this to do our topic today. We're going to go over here just a little bit so Travis can get a shot of what the topic is. And no, I don't have my sidekick today, Robbie boy. He's working at the temple. So I've got a new sidekick today, and he's going to kind of show us around. And what is our topic today, Travis?
We're here at Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Ooh, we're going to show our viewers how a TV station really works. Here we go. Oh, holy smoke.
Gosh, if it isn't the goose.
Who did we run into here? This is the... What do you do around here?
Well, first, I'm Pete Hansen.
Oh,
Let's
there
get
we
that
go.
part down. I'm Pete Hansen, and I'm the supervisor for Channel 17 on SFCN.
I told him earlier outside that you're going to be my sidekick
I
today.
get to be Rob, yeah, at least for a few minutes.
At least for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So, where are we going to go first?
Today, we're going to take the tour of SFCN. If you don't know what that is, that's Spanish Fork Community Network. All kinds of things going on in the SFCN. That's television, that's internet, that's telephone here to Spanish Fork City. So we're going to go and meet John Bocut, who is the director of SFCN.
Is he the brains of this show?
He's the brains and my boss too. So we got to be nice to him.
So we got to be good.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
And he's going to give us the tour of the cable television and the internet part of SFCN. So we're going to go right down this hallway right here. Okay?
So Spanish Fork 17 isn't the whole ball of wax.
No, we're just one channel on that big cable network.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Here we roll.
Here we go.
All right, here we go, Pete. Is this the boss man?
This is the boss man, John Bocut, Goose.
Goose!
Welcome.
I think we have met before.
That's right. Yeah. Welcome to our show.
Well, thank you. I've never been on your show before, so this will be new for me.
I know. And it's taken, this is our 78th Goose in the Wild show.
Oh, is that right?
78.
Wow.
So it took this many shows to actually do one on the TV station.
It's been a secret
And
all
now
these years.
yeah, it's a secret. We're going to do it every other time now, right?
So, what do our viewers need to know about the station?
About the station or SFCN?
SFCN.
Yeah, because SFCN is bigger than just Spanish Fork 17. I mean, that is one portion of what we do. That's the channel. It's the fun portion, right, Pete?
Very much so, yes.
It's the good portion, but it's only one portion of it. Of course, we deliver high-speed internet, cable television, and phone service to the residents of Spanish Fork.
So if I have a problem with my reception, I get a hold of...
If you have our service, yes.
I do.
Then yes, you do.
We do get calls from other people.
Yes, we do.
Too.
Yeah.
When their antenna isn't working right and they call us up. We try to help them as best we can.
Okay. I notice here in your office, you've got several screens.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, we're kind of in the business, aren't we? So
Yeah.
we're monitoring cable television and internet and fixing stuff to make sure it all works correctly. So, right, there is. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 screens in my office. I could use a couple more.
I feel like this is Sesame Street for a second there.
That's right.
I can
It's
count.
the count.
1, 2, 3.
I had never. Wait a minute. If you count my little screen
No, we don't.
here.
Oh.
See.
Telephones don't count.
So is this a high-stress job?
It can be if things aren't working beautifully. But fortunately, I have the staff like Pete and Brian who keep everything running absolutely perfectly most of the time. And then it's not so stressful.
Okay.
So we thought we'd just show you kind of how the data flows in here and all the cable television and then what magic we perform on it. It's the voodoo, if you will, and then we send it out. So
I like that.
We'll give you a little bit of a vision of that.
Okay, that's where we're going to go, outside.
Here we go.
We're outside again, obviously. Beautiful day.
It is.
It's a
Beauty.
gorgeous day.
And so, John, we got all these big white dishes. We got a big tower here. Can you explain here what we got going?
Well, we don't eat off of these dishes.
Okay.
But these are used to communicate, to receive a signal from the satellite. Now, we don't own the satellite. Somebody else gets the pleasure of putting those up there.
Can you point one of those to us?
Yeah, we
There
should.
they are, right up there. Yeah.
Most of them are actually in the southern sky, but so each one of these dishes points to a different satellite that's up in the sky in synchronous orbit. So we receive certain channels from each satellite, and so this is the number of dishes that we have to have so that we can receive all the channels that we need for our cable television.
So each dish receives about what, 10 different signals? 20 different signals?
Yeah, it really varies. Some of them are going to be like 6 and some of them are going to be 20. It just depends on what is broadcast from that particular satellite that we take.
Right.
Because we're selective. We don't take everything that comes from the satellite. So.
Sí.
Yeah.
Sí, senor.
And then of course we have our tower. Our tower is used for the off-air channels, and those would be like channel 2 and 4 and 5 and 7 and 11 and 13.
13.
Yeah,
Okay.
those come off of there. We also receive those channels on fiber optic cable, so in case we have a problem with that, because everyone knows sometimes it goes down,
Right.
we can then switch over to the fiber optic feed so that we don't lose our channels. This is kind of a nicety that we have that others don't.
Now I've noticed that are all the discs the same diameter?
All of them, but I think this one, yeah, they're all the same size.
Is that critical in the transmission?
It has to do with the amount of signal that we capture. The bigger the dish, the more signal we can capture. And so we have a fairly large dish to make sure that we get the signal well.
Yeah, so like collecting rain, you want
Yes.
a bigger platter, if you will, or a dish that scoops up rain from all sides. And if the dish is too small, you won't get much rain.
We don't drink out of them either.
Luckily,
Okay.
these dishes are not.
Well, that
For-
makes sense, doesn't it, guys? I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So which one's the HBO dish?
Yeah.
The HBO
We want to
dish,
go watch HBO.
it's
Which
that
one?
one right back there.
That one there. So
Yeah.
I want to go there to watch HBO.
I made that up. Don't know which dish it is, sorry.
All right, we're going to go to the head
And the head end.
All
Here
right,
we
here
go.
we go.
Right in here, Goose.
Okay.
Welcome to the head end.
Wow.
This is my world.
What's this? What's up with this?
Ah, right. We don't allow cell phones in this room because of the frequency that your cell phones operate at can actually interfere with our cable television signal. And so before we knew that, many years ago, we had somebody walk in here with an AT&T cell phone and it actually knocked out some of our channels.
And obviously, some of the viewers were a little ticked off.
Well, as soon as they walked out, it went back on. It was
Oh.
only while they were in the room that we had the
Oh,
problem.
I
So-
didn't know that. Did you?
So that's why we don't allow cell phones in this room anymore.
All righty. All right, we're going to move over here, John.
Yeah, I was going to tell you a little bit about how the flow of the system is. So we looked at the dishes, right?
Yeah.
All of the signal is caught there from the satellites, and that signal comes in and it goes into these racks right here. This electronic equipment then processes all of that. It puts all of the channels in their proper spots, and then it takes that and it sends it and converts it to fiber optics, because that's really what it's all about, is fiber optic cables. Little tiny cables about as thick as a hair that can carry just huge amounts of data.
Thick as a hair?
Only blonde.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only
hair.
blonde hair.
Okay.
And so it converts it to fiber optics, and I'll show you what we do with it after we get it converted to fiber
So
optics.
all the signals come from the satellites, just come into here,
Yeah.
get routed around, transformed, configured, made internet happy.
Lots of science occurs.
Oh yeah.
We science the heck out of it.
Weird science.
Yeah, weird science the heck out of it, and then go and we convert it into fiber optic cable, and then we send it over and we distribute it all over
over the city.
All over the city.
I noticed when we opened the door earlier, it's really cold in here.
That's
Why
right.
is that?
That's because that equipment is very sensitive to temperature. And so what we have to do is we keep it nice and cold. This is called a cool aisle containment system. So we can take the cold air, we put it into the front of the machines, and then they suck it and put it out the back, and then it's nice and toasty warm here.
Wow, I didn't know
That's
that.
why we hear all these fans blowing around. It's
Right.
just always moving cold air into those environments.
All right.
I have actually been in this room when it was completely silent. And it has only happened once in the 15 years that we've had this room.
How hot was that?
It was really scary because it all went down at one time. and there was a misconfiguration, and it shut everything down, air conditioning units, every piece of equipment, the whole thing went down, and it was dead silence. And I turned to one of my employees and said, well, that's not right.
So
And then we brought everything back online really fast.
So if someone has problems with their transmission, what is the best thing they can do?
Turn it off and on again.
That's the first answer.
That's always the best answer. Oh, no, they can just give us a call, and we're so happy to help. They just call us at 798-2877. We are so happy to help.
Okay, let's move over to the north side.
Okay?
So I think Nemotech.
Yeah. Just don't touch.
Okay.
Don't touch.
All right.
So what is this, John?
So what we did is we took the signal, and we sent it over our heads, and we put it over in those racks, and we processed it, and we did a bunch of voodoo on it.
Voodoo.
Yeah, and then we put it.
We like that voodoo that you do.
Yeah.
And so then we put it onto fiber optic cables. And then those fiber optic cables, the signal is actually sent with a laser. And then that signal is sent over to here is where we're going to do our distribution.
You mentioned laser. That's mentioned right here.
That's right. There is invisible lasers in here. We're not going to be in a position where it's going to shine in our eye, but we wouldn't want that to happen.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd have to put special goggles on you, Goose.
All
Because we
right.
know how important your eyes are.
All right. Okay. Gotcha.
The only thing you wouldn't want to do is to actually have this fiber and aim it at your eye and actually looking as the laser signal was coming out. Other than that, there really is no danger.
Oh, there's a word I like.
Ah,
Says ballpark.
Yeah, you would
Is that
like
where hot
that.
dogs are?
Yeah.
That just tells us which direction this particular fiber goes out. So this particular fiber goes that direction. It goes towards the ballparks, and then it goes up onto the bench, and it services thousands and thousands of customers of SFCNs up on that bench.
On the east bench.
That's right. So what we do here is that these are fiber optic cables. This is a bundle of probably 288 fiber optic cables in here. And if it's yellow, it's inside of this room, inside of the head end. So we splice the yellow cables onto the black cables, and the black cables then take the signal all over the city. And we're also careful in this building so that none of our fiber goes out the same side. We have fiber that goes out the other side, and we have fiber that goes out this side, so that our fiber can't be entirely taken down with one dig up. So somebody comes along with a backhoe, digs it up, takes the whole city down. The most they could do if they were digging up would be half. Unfortunately, that would only be if they're right outside of this building.
So speaking of digging, is that why blue stakes
Yes.
come out to your place before you start digging?
You better, because I'll tell you, you dig this fiber optic cables up, it can be extremely expensive, tens of thousands of dollars if you dig up one of our main trunks of fiber optic cable because of all the customers that it affects. Literally, you can affect thousands of customers with 3 different services. They no longer have phone, they no longer have internet, and they no longer have cable television because you didn't call blue stakes.
And we know you can't live without those 3 things in your life.
Mainly the
gotta have
internet.
it.
That's one thing I've
Boy,
learned in
that's the
15
truth.
years.
Yep,
It's
yep.
the internet that really gets people attention when it doesn't work.
So don't go digging until you get a hold of blue stakes first.
And it's free.
And it's free.
Blue Stakes is free. They don't charge. They'll come out and mark our fiber optic cables and our coaxial cables, so we don't have to charge you for it.
I've always wondered, why do they call it blue stakes?
The stakes used to be blue. I'm making this up, by the way. The stakes used to be blue,
Blue.
where they would do the marks.
Oh,
That's true. That is a truth.
well, my
It's
favorite
a
color.
true made-up story.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, where are we going next?
Well, let's thank John for the tour
Yeah.
of SFCN. This has been awesome. This is very cool. Most people don't get to see this. Not even the Cub Scouts get to see this very much. But,
We let them in
we
sometimes.
occasionally, yeah. Only the select few. But thanks, John, for letting us see this
Yeah.
tour.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
Goose, you always do a great job.
Thanks.
We're going to continue on to SF17 now and talk about what we do there.
Oh, is that where all the zany ones hang out?
Gosh, for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
For sure. All right. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back. Hey, so we just finished the SFCN tour. You look at the cable television, the internet, and the telephone services. This is now part of SF17, Channel 17 here in Spanish Fork, which is a pretty unique thing. Most cities 99% of the cities in the country don't have this kind of operation.
That's right.
So it's
And
pretty cool.
You know what I like about it already?
What's that?
How quiet it is compared to the head hand.
Oh, that's a noisy room, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a noisy room. So this is our studio. Notice all the foam around here to keep
Yeah.
it quiet. That
Yep.
helps keep everything nice and quiet.
Uh-huh.
So this is where, you know, we come in and do some of our interview shows, our news program, and those kind of things.
And what do we got in this room? It
Oh,
says,
this-
says storage.
Yeah, it's just where we keep up a whole bunch of old stuff. We don't really
Oh,
care too
really?
much about what's in there.
Holy smoke.
Gosh.
Wow.
I thought you were supposed to be gone.
Are we shooting a show?
Yeah, who's this? This is the old Bryce dog walker. We shot
Oh
him.
man,
It's the old
Me-
Bryce dog walker.
The
Yeah.
cobwebs off of me here in the dust.
How many shows did we shoot, buddy?
Thanks for finally letting me out. I've been in here over a year.
Well,
in
you know how it
storage.
is.
Huh? It's good to see
Goose.
you again. How many shows did we shoot together?
I'm gonna go about 72.
About 72.
Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
About 71 too many.
Well, what do you mean, 71 too many? Look.
What are we on now? 70?
79.
79.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
probably a
So,
little more than 72.
Yep.
yeah, because
Oh,
we've
that's
only
painful.
done about 3 shows ourselves.
That's right, so
so-
that'd be about 75.
That is painful.
And my wife shot a couple of shows, remember?
Yes, that was better.
Mother Goose.
It went downhill after that. Yep.
But you're always the one that was never on camera. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It was like Home Improvement.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Mr. Wilson.
Yep, that's Wilson right
Mr.
there.
Walker.
Shoot, what did we do? We ruined this whole thing.
We stepped
guess
behind the curtain, didn't
That's
we?
right. I came out of the
Behind
closet.
well, I don't want to go there.
Okay, all right.
But,
Boy, you've been in this room a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, a few times.
All
Shane,
right.
we did some of our first shows here.
I know.
Yep,
Right there.
yep.
so
okay.
let's take a tour here. Let's look around the studio
Let's
that
take a
Bryce
look.
built.
Yep.
Sort of.
I just made that up.
Let's go right over
Here
here.
we go.
Hey, I noticed we got a green screen behind us.
Yeah, you know what that's for?
I don't.
You come on, everybody knows about green screens and blue screens.
That's my favorite color, though.
Well, there you go. You should move in here. But green screens and blue screens are used in television production and movie production. If you've watched Star Wars or any other kind of special
I've watched
effects
the
movie,
weather.
That's close to a blue screen. That's close.
Okay.
But what happens is within the television process that the editors can take a color and remove the color from the image and replace the color with a different image. Okay? Like for instance, just like this. Whoa, what just happened there?
Holy smoke.
Matt, we're in it. We're
We are. Oh,
geese everywhere.
Wow.
Gosh, they're flying all around us here. And I have to be careful because my shirt has a touch of green. I'm not sure if it's. I'm not okay. I'm
Look at
okay.
that.
I'm not invisible here. But sometimes, if you wear the same color, you'd see right through me.
oh, wow.
So it's an electronic process that takes the color green out of the image and replaces it with something else.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's
And
how.
you know what? Those are snow geese.
Those are snow geese.
And I'm a Canadian honker.
Oh gosh, I got the wrong geese for the show. I hope that's okay.
That's great. Yep.
So that's
Yep.
fun. Yeah, we use this for commercials and for the news. We use this for all kinds of different programs here on Channel 17 because it's very versatile. So here, this is Jay. So how did Jay, Goose?
Hello, buddy.
What's up?
How's the J man?
Good.
He's doing good. So what Jay's got working on here is got our switcher, our control room stuff. He's the one that turned the geese on for us.
Oh.
Okay. So he controls the cameras here and whatever happens on that screen at this point. So
I got you.
very important role for a director and a technical director to be in here and make sure the right shot's on the air.
Okay.
Okay?
Speaking of the screen, as I walked by that screen there, I looked at the side of my hair and I see more gray. When we first started shooting, there was no gray in that hair. Is it the stress of the TV show? What is it?
After we're done, we'll go to Walmart and we'll get that taken care
Oh, okay.
Very good. All right, so that's the studio. So let's leave here and go down and look at our office area.
Beautiful. Well, where are we going now, Petey boy?
As promised, we're going to go into the Channel 17 offices. This is where, other parts of the magic happen.
That's right, the voodoo.
Some of the voodoo happens here behind the scenes. So thank you very much for that, Travis. We appreciate the vote of confidence. So let's step right inside and we'll
Okay.
take a tour here. So here we are in our office area in our editing bay. So we've got different computers all set up. Everything's now digital. We shoot on digital cards. We put all the media into the computers. We manipulate and edit all within the computer. And then we spit the video out of the computer into our playback system, which we'll show you in a second.
This is our twin brother.
This is the twin brother of Jay. This is his twin brother Jay,
Oh, Jay. Okay.
who is in the studio with us. And he's one of our editors and producers here, and he likes to build animations.
Oh, is
I
that
know
like Disney?
kind of like Disney here. So you go ahead and ask. I know you like to talk about animations too.
I do. So what do you basically do here at the studio?
As of late, I typically do all of the promos for the station, little commercial pieces. If there's some sort of opener or graphic that needs to be built for a show, most of the time that's me.
Now, did you do the Goose thing?
I am currently redoing the Goose thing.
Yeah, we've got an idea
we
for
got
a new
an idea
Goose.
for a new one.
All right, so
Yeah.
that would be you.
That would be me.
All right. And so, is this similar to Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck animation?
No.
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 No. Okay.
So here we got Ben.
Hey,
Say hi to Goose, Ben.
Welcome to Goose in the Wild.
Hey, thank you.
Now, you look like a sharp dude.
Oh, okay. I'm dressed good today.
We only hire sharp dudes.
So what's Pete hired you to do then?
Well, right now I'm just doing some video editing, just basics, making simple cuts. So this is Premiere Pro. It gives you the basic timeline. You have a bunch of different clips right here. All
So
right.
you're at the cross country meet.
Exactly. It happened about 2 weeks ago, and so these are the clips from it.
And
So he went to the meet, shot a lot of video of what's going on there, and then he came back, inserted it into the computer, and then cuts it up into small little puzzle type pieces and puts it in the order he wants it to be in.
Oh.
And adds music to it, adds some voice if he wants to, some graphics, animations if there's something appropriate, and we piece it all together to make the finished program. All right, well thank you, Ben, that
Yeah,
was
no
great.
problem.
Appreciate that. Well, what do you want to see now, Goose?
Well, this looks like a boys' club to me.
Oh yeah.
Are there any women at work here?
Well, I'll introduce you to one right now. Come on with me.
All right,
Come
let's
on with
go.
me. We have a couple. You've already mentioned Kathy, because that's
Kathy.
Kathy's desk over there.
Uh-huh.
But here we have Sam. Well, her name is Samantha, but we call her Sam.
Sammy girl?
Yep, that's my name.
All right.
Sam is working on our playback system. This is what we program to play back our programs at the right time of the day. It has all the commercials we insert into the programs. Everything that goes on air, almost everything that goes on air, goes through this computer system right here. So like for instance, right now we're looking at video that's playing from the Harvest Moon Hurrah a few weeks ago. And Sam is here building the program schedule. I'm not sure if we can get in there, Travis, to see some of those things, but here we have like the news block right here. There's a news updates and crime beat and the animal shelter video. All those are individual little video clips that are on our hard drive here. We call this machine Zeus because it's all powerful. And she just puts the clips in the order she wants them to play, and then adds in the commercial blocks, adds in the promos for the station, and so that becomes our playback for the day.
Oh. So if you're out there and you're interested in computers and all this and all that, this would be something to consider, right?
Of course.
All right.
All right, Goose, so this is what we call the mini head end, or the Channel 17 head end. Why they use the term head end, I really don't know, but that's what they're called. And this is the room where we actually send the signal from our computer playback into the cable system.
There's the yellow
Well, that's a yellow cable.
that goes out.
No, it's not the same color coordination
Oh.
here as in the other room.
Okay.
But these are all the network cables that hook our computers together into a computer network. And then we have video signals that come through these different devices here and are output throughout into the different room here. And then using the software we have here, and you can see up on the screen here all the different sources we have. This is what's playing right now at Harvest Moon Hurrah concert
Right.
that you saw out there. And we have other sources that we could play from. We have live feeds from football games, live feeds from city council. We have a studio shot. We have other things that we can play back at any given time.
What is Sputnik? Is that the satellite?
Sputnik is, well, that is a satellite, but it's just the name of this equipment here that
Oh.
allows us to receive our live signals from outside of the studio.
Huh.
So be it City Hall or be it football, basketball
Like we
games.
did the car show? That was
Just
live.
like the card show. So from the car show at the park, the signal went through a cellular system, was received by the Sputnik here, and then we put it on the air right here.
Interesting.
Okay. So this is the operation for Channel 17, and if you've been watching it all during this particular football season, we've started doing 2 football games at the same time.
Yeah,
Which is
Maple
kind of
Mountain
hard.
and Spanish.
Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork. Well, you can't do that if you only have one channel. because that's not possible. I guess we can put 2 on one screen, but that's hard to watch. So what we've done is we have 17, and then we also took, if you will, we commandeered channel 16. So we had to make up a small little station here for channel 16. So we will run the video from the Sputnik for the appropriate game into this system here, which is just like the channel 17 system,
Right.
on a smaller scale.
Right.
And then we can then put the game for Maple Mountain up on channel 16 on the SFCN network. And we'll make a little commercial plug here also, because it's not just people who have cable TV, but you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it streaming also on sfcn.org. So if anybody wants to watch this, we've had people in France and Malaysia, different parts of the world, watch our videos live. We've watched people watching our football games live because of YouTube in our stream.
So is Goose in the Wild on YouTube?
It is. People can watch any episode of Goose they want.
Did you hear that?
We got to watch Goose on the internet. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
There you go. You're intergalactic.
Intergalactic.
Right on, dude.
All right.
Okay,
Now-
let's go.
now-
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Pete. George Beardall on the loose with sidekicks Rob Thorne and cameraman / producer or hyphen producer Bryce Walker.
There you go. See, that's our YouTube channel right there. As you can go to youtube.com/SpanishFork17 and find all of our programs that way.
Ah.
Watch whatever you might want, including Goose in the Wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that wraps up our tour here at Channel 17 and SFCN, but the show's not done yet.
We're going to take you to the football game and show you how that's all put together.
Bye.